OG Cat and
The
Zach.
OG Cat and Zach. That it's been quite a while since we had that intro. It's been quite a while since we've streamed, but we're back as promised with an episode of the Cat and Zach Show. Cat, how are you doing tonight?
I'm so freaking excited. I'm so hyped. This is gonna be different, but a good time, hopefully.
Yes. I was telling Kat, I've been extremely excited for this stream, which is funny because it's not even Star Wars, but it should be a fun one. If anybody remembers the Us versus Star Wars characters stream, it's going to be like that, except for historical figures. Kat and I are going to basically go through 30 historical figures and figure out which ones that we could beat in a fight. But before that, let's take some roll. We got the Stanleys. We got Charlie, Alice, our queen, visitors, Zeta, Jerry, what's up, Serena. Anybody else that I'm missing? Not that I can see so far. Okay, welcome in, guys. First of all, we're going to get some business out of the way. We still can't talk about Star Wars. The strikes are still going, so please save those for a later time. And if you're not interested in watching non-Star Wars stuff, now is your time to bid us adieu. But yeah, without further ado, are you ready, Kat?
Business aside, let's get in the octagon. So just to clarify, this is who we would take on as a joint tag team, correct?
It'd be you and me versus historical figure.
Okay.
Tmoney Startwell, member for 23 months. Holy crap, that's a lot of months. Thank you so much, Tmoney.
We love you.
All right. We do love you. All right, let's get to the tier list. I created this myself last night.
Yes, credit to Zach, who covered quite a lot of historical breadth here in this selection.
Let me zoom it in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so our tiers are, we curb stomp them. We're extremely confident that we can defeat them in this fight. We break a light sweat, but we still win. Then there's the true middle. It could go either way. And there's we probably die. And then the last tier is not good.
What's worse than death?
Yeah, whatever's worse than death is what happens to us.
It's not good.
Tmoney says apologies for my absence. Graduating 17 days and seeing Hayden on Saturday. Woo! That sounds like a hell of a month you have planned, Stanley's. Congratulations. Don't say this. Don't say the redacted word. Yeah, nobody say the SW word. All right, well, let's get things rocking.
Stanley's asks, is it hand-to-hand combat or with weapons? I feel like we prov half the time. Wait, what did we have last time? I think we have whatever armor equivalent they have.
Yes, so it's whatever they would have. So like if we were fighting Blackbeard, who is on this list, we would have like a sword and maybe a flintlock pistol. But if we were fighting Alexander the Great, we would have, I don't know, like spears, swords, stuff like that.
Time-appropriate weaponry.
Time-appropriate weapons, yes. What's up, Sal? Can't say too long, but happy to hear from everyone again. Likewise, I've missed this. It's only been 2 weeks, but I've missed this.
I know.
All right, let's jump into it with our first contestant, Abraham Lincoln.
Charlie asked for it. Charlie was saying, I better see some Abe Lincoln.
Right off the bat, Charlie, here you go, man. So let's talk about Honest Abe, Cat. The man, he's a pretty big dude. He was like 6'4".
Height advantage, yep.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards no on this one.
Really?
You think we could take Honest Abe?
Well, what would be our weapons? Guns? Because they had like duels back in the day?
It would be, guns, I guess. Well, you know what? Since we do have guns, we have 2 shots. He has 1. So I'm thinking...
We each only have 1. We got 1 bullet.
Yeah, this bullet was not meant for you.
I agree. I was gonna say 2 weapons is better. 2 of the same weapons are better than 1, right? Yeah, yes, he has height advantage, but
that's true.
We can flank him.
He also doesn't really have any combat feats, so he's not like some known combatant. So you know what? You've changed my mind. I think I'm gonna vote that we would beat Abraham Lincoln if we both had guns and he had 1 gun. I think that we would.
I feel confident about that because yeah, he was political. He never served, right? He never fought. He wasn't a soldier in that Civil War. He was just talking about it.
He was talking about it. If it were a debate, he would rip us to pieces. But
we curb stomped.
Yeah, but this is combat.
Now, how severely do we beat him? Breaking a sweat at all? I think we would.
I say we break a sweat. Do you think we break a sweat, or you think?
Yeah, I'd be a little bit nervous. I'd be a little nervous.
I mean, look at that stare.
Right, it's not a definitive win.
All right, so we're claiming victory over Abe Lincoln. I forgot to mention, if Kat and I disagree, then you guys get to vote on the result, whether or not we would win. So you guys will be the tiebreaker. So we agreed on that one. We think we would beat Abe Lincoln in a fight. Now let's get on to one that probably not as decisive. Blackbeard. So I guess we would have a gun and a sword between us, and he has both.
Sword, I would absolutely not. Would not be my strong suit, probably. So that is a that's a slight disadvantage.
Just a slight one.
How tall was he? I need to know everybody's stats.
All right, let's look up. Let me look up. I wish we had a stats guy.
Right.
How tall was Blackbeard?
I'm also so stupid that for the longest time I didn't actually think Blackbeard was a real person.
He was 6'4".
Ah. Well, when was he around? 1700s? People were built different back then. He was.
Yeah, that's really tall for back then.
Yeah. Plus, just like I feel like, endurance, the type of violence they can handle. I feel like it was just a different time. If you lived that long, you were just built different.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we would have a certain of a victory.
Someone else brings a good point. I think Charlie says flintlock and cannons. Like, if he has a ship and we also have a ship, we're losing that, I guess, because we don't know how to. I don't know anything about.
And I get seasick as heck, so I would be no help at all. I'd be like yakking off the side of the boat while you're fending for your life. So
he's got to be the tallest pirate I've ever seen. So it would seem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote we lose. I think we lose.
I agree. Does he curb stop us? Is it tragic? I don't think so, but
I think we probably die.
Yeah.
I think there is a world in which you sacrifice yourself as you're vomiting. You just vomit all over him.
Distraction.
He's like, what the hell? Shiver me timbers. And then I'm able to get like a stab in or I shoot him or something. I think there is a world in which that happens.
I agree. It wouldn't be an all out. We wouldn't get absolutely demolished.
I mean, you probably die as you're throwing up on him, but that's the plan. All part of the plan. All right. Next up, we have Shaka Zulu. He was a prominent African leader, and actually a lot later than I thought. I believe it was the 1800s. He's definitely one of the best combatants on this list, so that's not good for us.
Yeah.
He's armed with a spear and a shield, and he is absolutely shredded, and he lives in Africa, so there's so many damn predators there that I wouldn't want to mess with. I'm just gonna come out and say it, Kat. I think we get destroyed.
You think? Yeah, no, I 1,000% agree. I frankly would just surrender. I wouldn't even. He's so far the most scared. I think I would be. He definitely, I think, is a formidable leader. Yeah, it even says it in on the freaking Google description. He reformed his military into a formidable force. Like, he definitely.
It doesn't sound promising for us.
Yeah.
For those of you who chat who don't know who he is, his just like brief little log line on Wikipedia is he was the king of the Zulu kingdom from 1816 to 1828. One of the most influential monarchs of the Zulu, he ordered wide-reaching reforms that reorganized the military into a formidable force. and he did a bunch of other interesting stuff. Definitely check him out if you haven't heard of him. He's really cool, and he would absolutely annihilate us. We're in agreement. Oh, not good.
As soon as I saw his name on the list you sent me last night, Zach, I was like, oof, that's a definite L.
That is an L. All right. Next up is Jane Austen, the renowned
writer?
author. Yes.
Are you kidding me? Curb stomp. What are we using? Quill pens? Like,
I mean, she would have access to, I believe, like some kind of gun at the time, but I don't think she knows how to use it. And to be fair, neither do we. But there's two of us to figure it out. Only one of her.
We're all in the same field of knowledge, but I like our odds. She'll throw the book at you.
Nice one, Serena.
Right. Yeah. I'd say that's a confident.
I
don't need to know her stats. I don't need her height, weight. I think we got that.
She's actually 6'4". 6'4", 250. She's shredded.
Oh, she could poison you. Poison was big back then.
It was.
That's true.
Oh my god. Okay, so we curve stomped Jane Austen. The woman can write, but we're assuming she can't fight. Next up is King Tut. Now,
okay.
I think we destroy King Tut.
I was gonna say, kid was 12.
Yeah.
I mean this with no disrespect, because I had a low-key obsession with him when they like had what's the word? They excavated his sarcophagus, his tomb, and confirmed it was him, and he went on like a world tour to every freaking like history museum in the United States of America. So I went to like the Franklin Institute as a child, and I was so freaking obsessed because he was like, he was literally like 14, I think, at the time that he passed, but he had already been king for like a hot minute. Body damage. Oh god, Stanley's.
Damage by ancestors. Well, he has a point.
He had a lot of medical ailments, I think. Which is why he died so young. So I think we can curb stomp him.
He would probably forfeit. He would probably forfeit. Yeah, he's got to be like one of the most famous people who really didn't do much at all, which is, I guess it's better than nothing, but.
Right, when you're famous just because you're little, you're a kid.
And you have like a really famous sarcophagus, basically.
Right.
All right, we curb stomp. All right, next up, I'm not sure we're going to be curb stomping this gentleman. Alexander the Great never lost a battle.
But that was him with his whole team, though, you know?
That's true.
He had bodies around him.
That is true, but we're going to say he has like a spear, a sword, and a shield.
Now, why do I feel like he was small?
He might have been small. Let's look it up. What are his measurables?
5'4"? Dude's only got 2 inches on me. Like,
I've got like 7 on that, man.
Right? With your height alone, we've got the advantage. But
do we really know? I mean, it was so long ago, right? Like, how do we know?
Who's keeping count?
We're gonna work under the assumption that we'll say 5'4".
We'll give him that. The man who almost conquered the world. Yeah, but he like had help.
He had a lot of help.
Like, he was at the helm, sure. He literally died from drinking too much, right? He was troubled. I think. Right, are we finding the Colin Farrell version of?
I never saw it. I couldn't say. I don't know. I feel like he's probably individually a better. Well, probably he's definitely individually a better warrior than either you or I.
Sure. Yes. What's our weaponry? Probably spears back at that point.
Spears, probably a short sword, and a shield. And he's got a very good strategic mind, obviously, because he did never lose a battle.
Ooh, yeah. And the sword and shield would weigh me down so much. I wouldn't even be able to hold up a shield. So I would sacrifice. I would go all out. I'll sacrifice myself and just charge right at him. And while he's busy killing me and wiping my blood off his sword,
I'll throw my spear. That's got to be the bravest cat I've ever seen.
Right, and then I respawn for the next battle.
Yeah.
I feel like, and he's short. You have the height advantage. You got this. He's
But he could
practically
be
eye level with
he
me
could be like
almost.
a wiry little dude who's just like really quick. Alice suggests you seduce him, but the Stanley says rumors was he was gay. So then I guess
Right.
I would have to seduce him, and then you hurl the spear.
Oh god. That's fine. That's fine. Either way, I think we could if one of us sacrificed ourselves.
One of us will seduce him if it comes to I
Oh my
don't want
god.
to, but if I have to.
If it calls for it. I think we have to use our numbers to our advantage, and one of
Yeah.
us, makes the ultimate sacrifice, but I think we could do it. Would we curb stomp? Maybe not.
I'm gonna vote no. I don't think we can do it.
Really?
I
All
don't
right,
think we...
chat.
Chat, you're up. You're up. Let me get the poll going.
Yeah. Alexander the Great wins hands down, says Serena.
Do we beat Alexander the Great?
Sarah is a lover, not a fighter. Oh my god.
All right, poll is up. Everybody cast your votes. Would we beat Alexander the Great? It is 50-50. No, 67%.
Wow.
Come on. Well, come on, guys. Have faith in us. They do not have faith
You
in us.
don't even have faith. Fine.
It is 86% no.
Dang. Oh my god. Okay. I guess I underestimated him.
Okay, but I will say, I think there's a slim chance that we do it. So I'm going to say we probably die.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think it's less likely than with Blackbeard because we don't have guns, and guns kind of equalize a little bit. But I think there's a small chance we could get lucky.
Right. I wouldn't be all out bloodshed. Maybe not.
Yeah. Next up is Aristotle. He's a philosopher and an old man at that.
We can take him.
Well, I think we could just outright put him in. Oh wait, my bad. Aristotle goes ape on us.
Unless he like talks us to death beforehand and tries to, he could maybe outsmart us.
Maybe he could make us have some kind of like crippling existential crisis.
Yeah, that sounds like what he would do. But I still think we got him.
I think we got him. I think it's probably, I'd put it probably like that. No. Probably like,
you kidding? I think Jane Austen so far.
I think she would destroy King Tut. I think it would be like that. Depending on Jane Austen's measurables, maybe she is 6'4".
She wasn't an ill child, so maybe
she could punt King Tut.
Oh my god.
Okay, on to Attila the Hun. Attila the Hun was one of Rome's most feared enemies. He led a group of barbarians called the Huns, who were absolute horrors to fight. They were very good horse archers. And assuming we both have horses and bows, I don't like our odds, Kat. I'm going to be real with you.
No, I fully actually have never heard of him before.
He's in Night at the Museum. You ever seen Night at the Museum?
Oh shoot, yeah. Okay, yeah. That said, I agree with you. Your description there, that does not sound promising. So that might be another forfeit, TBH.
I've ridden a horse, I think, like 3 times in my life. And I've never shot a bow while I've been on a horse.
Equestrian up in here. I've done it once, maybe. So I'd fall off and inadvertently die before the combat actually begins. So
I've never galloped on a horse, so it's always just been walking. So I think that's basically like I've never ridden a horse. Right?
But even when they're just like walking, like not even putting like energy into it, you're still like, what? Like, I don't.
You get sore.
Yeah. It's actually a lot. So I don't like our odds. I'd say that's not good. Oh, definitely not good.
I think we get destroyed. Oh yeah, we get destroyed. I think arguably like that's the worst loss we have so far.
Yeah, probably.
I like with Zulu, I think we're gonna have to get close to him, and there's like a chance he breaks his ankle on a stone or something, and then we take him down. But with Attila the Hun, he's just gonna shoot at us from long distance and kill us.
True.
Take some axe oil. We don't even know what axe oil does, Charlie. We never uncovered what it does.
It's just
All
too
right.
powerful.
Next up is Augustus. So Augustus, probably the first and the greatest emperor of Rome. Wasn't much of a soldier, though. Was not much of a soldier. Very brilliant politician, brilliant ruler.
Yeah.
Was not a good fighter. He had a reputation as being a coward. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. But and he was also very sickly quite often during his life. So I just wanted to put that out there. What's up, Sean?
I do actually think we could take him. Because you're right. He was like anti. He didn't really feel like delving into the warrior aspect of things. So I actually feel like we have a fighting chance. I also feel like I keep wanting to know height, weight, stats.
All right, let's look it up.
Because people back then weren't as tall, right? They were like a lot smaller. So like I could be his size, maybe.
Okay, so Augustus was possibly as short as 5'9", which that's not that short. That's like
shoot. I love how they say as short as if that's not like average height.
That would be tall back then. Like that would
yeah.
That's average right now. That would definitely be tall back then.
Still, I don't think we can do it.
You don't think we can do it?
Oh wait, no, never mind. We could. I'm an idiot.
Do you think we curb stomp, or you think we break a light sweat but win?
I think curb. Well, here's the thing. Even though he didn't like war, he still probably had training.
That's
true.
Yeah, he knows his way around a Roman weapon repertoire.
So actually, we might have to break a little sweat. I think we could finesse a dub, though.
I think we're gonna break a little sweat and finesse that dub. Do you think we beat Lincoln more often than I think we beat Lincoln more often than Augustus? Because
probably
Lincoln wasn't a soldier.
Yeah.
In any capacity.
And with the weaponry we have, I think so. Size matters not, says Sean. I still want to know. I need a visual of what I'm looking at when I get in the octagon.
So Lincoln was in the military, but he didn't see any action in the war. But I guess that's during his prime. I'm assuming we're fighting President Lincoln because that's when he was famous. So he's out of his prime. I think we would still beat Lincoln. Okay, we got your namesake, Catherine the Great.
Ooh. What is our weapon?
When was her time period? I think they had guns.
Yeah, I think so.
Catherine the Great. When did she rule from? Yeah, 1700s. She would have a gun. Basically like Revolutionary era weapons.
I think we could.
I think so too.
She's bound by her corset and dress and everything. She's gonna be wearing everything women had to wear back then. She probably could barely even breathe.
Whoa, Danny, with the $2 super chat. You just tanked Lincoln to an opera and you've won. That is a tactic we could use.
True.
Thanks, Danny. We appreciate it. I think we definitely beat Catherine the Great. We could beat her through combat. I could probably seduce her. She was like super promiscuous.
She was.
So although the thing with the horse was not true. But
oh my god. Zeta does make a good point, though. She allegedly did eliminate a few people in her own life, so she certainly wouldn't go down without a fight.
But did she do it physically? Did she overpower them, or did she have them killed?
True. I think she
can't have us killed. She has to do it herself.
She didn't want kids. She just wanted to sleep around.
Relatable. I don't want kids. Threaten her with the Black Plague. You're welcome. Probably poison. Yeah, she couldn't poison us. She has to fight us.
Right, unless she like somehow held us down. Unless some poisons can absorb via the skin, correct? You don't have to necessarily ingest them, but
I want to see her measurables. Okay, she was 5'2". I think I'm just gonna propose something. I think I'll just stand back and we can have a cat versus cat battle. You're both 5'2". You're both named Catherine. I think that's only fair. I'll just let the
I'll
best
take
cat
her.
win.
I'll take her. I'm down for that. I'm definitely down. Yeah, I think maybe we would break a sweat. Maybe I'd get some hair pulled out. Maybe I'd get a little bit poisoned, but I think whatever happens, you could. Yeah, ultimate cat fight, Stanley.
Since I'm gonna excuse myself from this, I'm gonna let chat decide which cat would win.
What?
Cat versus Catherine the Great.
Shoot, we're the exact
1v1.
same height, so.
Catherine the Great.
I still like my odds because she'd be wearing a dress.
That is true.
She wouldn't be as mobile.
Let's see what chat decides. Oh, first vote goes to Cat.
Which cat?
You. Both votes go to Cat. It's looking good. 100. You have 100% of the vote.
Let's go.
All right, I'll give it like 10 more seconds. 3 votes. You're at 100% right now, Cat. They're very confident. Ooh, someone voted against you.
How could you?
Corset decreases mobility.
It does. It does. I would have that leg up. I would definitely have that leg up.
Just get Cat into the Batmobile.
God.
I think that calls for a bit of a...
Forgot we had that.
Never gets old. All right, Cat, you win. Congratulations. I want to put this. Do you want to put her in? Do you want to destroy her?
If people had doubts, if somebody voted against me, then I think that means we don't necessarily curb stomp. But
it was you did win 86% of the vote, though.
Oh, still not unanimous, hundo. I would maybe break a sweat.
All right.
I would maybe. I would probably.
All right. Next up is Cleopatra, the 7th, but you know the only one who is really notable.
Right.
So what are her measurables?
She was also tiny, I think. I think
she was about 5 feet tall.
Let's go. So even I'm taller than her. I definitely think we got to get her at the right time. But I definitely think
we destroy her.
As long as snakes aren't the weapon.
Yeah.
Of choice.
I choose Zach as tribute, seduce and kill her. I don't know that I would even have to seduce her. She's 5 feet tall. She makes Cat look like a giant.
True. The two of us combined, I feel like. When we both have height advantage and I'm a shrimp, that's how you know. That's how you know.
She's in trouble. And honestly, Cat doesn't even need to sacrifice herself this time. I think Cleopatra is going to sacrifice herself. If anything, she'll get out the snake, and before we can even get to her, we're gonna curb stomp. Probably, I would put it easier than Jane Austen, harder than old King Tut.
Yeah, I agree.
She would seduce you both and win. There's a chance. She did that quite often in history.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Dress up as Mark Antony and then kill her in her sleep. I could. All right. Next up is Julius Caesar.
Oof.
This is definitely tougher than Augustus. Julius Caesar was a warrior and a politician. Probably one of the most well-rounded combatants we would face on this list.
Right. He had a lot going for him. We'll say that, I mean, the way he went out, all it took was him getting a little surprised,
Probably like 50 senators. I think anyone would lose to 50 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
His measurables, if you were wondering, he was 5'7".
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
I pictured him being larger. Interesting. Maybe because television depictions I've seen, he's always been like a taller guy. Not that 5'7's not tall. Sorry, that's taller than me, y'all. I'm one to talk. Yeah, no, this is tough. And weapons back then were only swords and
Swords,
spears.
spears, shields.
I'm starting to lean towards, I don't know. I think it could be.
I think we lose. I think I would say we probably die.
Yeah, I was about to say it could go either way, but then I literally just had a vision of what it would be like.
I mean, he's like a perfect storm of things that aren't great for us. He has a great mind. He was a great general, one of the greatest generals in history. He's probably a very good fighter because he doesn't have the ailments of Augustus or anything like that. Yeah, it's like 26 stab wounds to bring him down. And also, he's very vindictive. He got captured by pirates earlier on in his career. He told them that he was going to come back and have them killed after he was ransomed, and that's exactly what he did. He came back and he had them killed. So,
yep.
I'm gonna say we probably die.
Yeah. Can we maybe get a few stabs in? Sure.
But... Maybe. But it takes 26? No.
Right. Yeah. I might barely get one, honestly, before I'm cut down. So I think that's accurate.
Oh, God. All right. Well, so far, let's take stock of our record. We think we would beat 7 of them. Most of them are women and cripples and old men. And we think we would lose to 5 very capable generals and pirates and kings, and so not great. And it's not going to get much better because arguably the greatest conqueror in the world, Genghis Khan, is up.
Oh, frick. Yeah, no, I don't even want to try. I don't even want to know.
His health bar is too high. Yeah, Genghis Khan, let's look up his measurables. Genghis Khan height. Google just knows what I'm going to ask now. I just type in a name and it's like height.
This guy has a thing for historical heights.
Okay, so he lived from 1162 CE to 1227 CE, making him 65 years old at the time of his death. He was taller than ordinary people from the medieval era, so they would estimate between 5'8" to 6 feet tall.
Jeez! In the medieval days?
Yeah, there are also reports that he was a giant among men, towering over. We'll call him 5'11". I think that's fair.
Split the difference. Yeah, no. If he was built like that and lived that long in the medieval days, where historically people, that was a freaking long life expectancy. People were maxing out at like what 30 back then. So I don't think we have it in us.
I think we get destroyed.
Yeah.
He also killed people really badly, so you dead.
Yep.
We're gonna get destroyed by old Genghis. Next up is Rasputin.
Oh, forget it!
You think we lose or you think we win?
We lose
to Rasputin.
Yeah, he was also a big dude, right? It took a lot to kill him.
That is true.
Poisoned and he survived. Like
they could not take him down. Cat.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't think.
And he's a scary looking dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think you're right. You swayed me. We would have guns, though. Right? We would have guns, and we would have more modern guns. This would be what, like between World War II and World War I, or around World War I?
I don't even think a gun would work, because wasn't he shot?
He was assassinated December 30th, 1916. So we would have guns that I feel like we would know how to use. It wouldn't be like, oh, we gotta like load the barrel and like clean it and then put the musket balls in there. We would have relatively modern guns that we could use against him.
I'm reading his bio.
So what was his whole death thing?
I think there were many attempts. He eventually died of 3 gunshot wounds, one of which was close range to his forehead.
Oh my god. So he has more health than us, we'll just say that.
Yeah, health bar to the max.
He's taller than us.
Very much so. He also, I'm sorry, but he just scares me. I don't think
You would just run away.
Yeah, I think depending on how many bullets we had, if this is another duel situation like with Abe and we each only have one, like if it took 3 bullets to take him out, we're still outnumbered.
I'm gonna take you to chat on that.
Oh,
I think we have a chance. I think we have a chance. Can we beat Rasputin? All right, chat, get ready to vote. Yes or no? Can we beat Rasputin? Our fate is in your hands.
I'm honored that you think we even have a chance, Zach.
Well, as I'm thinking about this, if he can survive 3 gunshot wounds and we only have 2 bullets, that's not good.
The math isn't mathing.
Math, yes. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've been in a math class, but 3 is still more than 2, right? That hasn't changed in the last 10 years.
Oh my gosh. What are our odds? What's chat feeling?
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. We got 67% say no.
Yeah. Now here's a question. Do we get all out obliterated or just a little bit pwned?
I think we get some shots on. I think we shoot him twice and then he kills us.
Yeah. We wouldn't go out without a fight.
Yeah. And I think that's representative of the poll. It was 67% to 33%.
Shout out to the 33% of y'all who thought we could.
Yeah. Shout out to the believers. 07 to the believers. Where to go? We'd probably die. All right. Albert Einstein.
Are you kidding? We could take him.
I think so too. Have you seen Oppenheimer?
No, I have not. I have not.
I know we're not supposed to talk about really movies, but it was very good.
And I trust your word. I trust your word because I know you have high standards. So okay. Well, you've seen him. You've seen his presence. Then I don't even think I've ever seen.
Oh, we'd kill him. We'd destroy him.
Okay.
We would destroy him, Kat. He's an old man. I think at any point in his life we would destroy him.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's look up his measurables just for.
He was also a shorty, wasn't he?
Stein height. Yeah, 5'7".
Oh, that's not actually that short as I thought. Am I mistaken, or wasn't he? Ooh, okay, never mind.
We talk shame on you. My bad. It was so good. No. I'm not promoting it. Don't go see it if you don't want to. It's completely up to you. I enjoyed what I watched. Yeah, you'd be Albert Einstein. I think.
I realized I've never even seen a photo. I'm like looking him up, and I've realized I've never even seen a photo of what he looks like young, like without his crazy hair. Like he existed as a young person.
Do they have those? Oh my god, they do. He looks like Shia LaBeouf. A little bit.
Right? A little bit. Like I realized I've never seen a young picture of Albert Einstein. I guess that stinks. Like if you get famous while you're young, everyone remembers the young, how you look, your young persona. But if you get famous when you're old,
people just remember you as old.
Yeah.
That's something I think about a lot because like our generation, people more our age, even like our parents, like we have a lot of pictures and videos of them, like from when they were young to like, especially us. Like we're gonna have this unless YouTube folds. We're gonna have this forever.
True.
So like, it's insane to me that this is like the first time in history that we can pretty much document how we look our entire lives, just widely.
Yeah.
You know.
True. I hate to admit it, but I low key tried the age filter on TikTok, which is allegedly extremely accurate. Like it's actually wild how realistic it looks on some people. And I'm so terrified. I freaking look like Albert Einstein. Like I should have taken a picture. Some girls still look so good. They have like one wrinkle the filter adds to them. I looked like an old Italian like grandmother. Like it is not gonna be good, y'all. So thank goodness for this.
Just do keep the skincare routine going. You'll be fine.
I saw it. I was like sunscreen, moisturizer.
Get some Tret.
Oh, that's right. You work for. Yo, can you hook me up? We'll talk.
I don't know
we'll
if he
talk
has
about it.
Tret. I
We'll
don't know.
talk
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go. We curb stomp old Al.
Yep.
Probably
Sorry, buddy.
put him around there, I guess. You know what? I think Jane Austen puts up a better fight than him.
Yeah, she's younger. She's got more
Yeah.
endurance, probably.
All right, Charles Darwin, father of evolution. Let's look up his measurables.
He must have been small.
You say that for everyone.
Because people back then were.
He was 6 feet tall, Cat.
What?
How does it feel to be wrong?
What was in his water? Okay, never mind. All right, so he had height. I mean, what did he really have going for him other than he was very smart, obviously?
He understands evolution.
Here I am diminishing these people's like accomplishments. Like, really? I still think we could.
We're Star Wars YouTubers. What have you done? Charles Darwin.
How many tier lists have you made?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so he was in the British Army. He achieved
okay.
the rank of lieutenant colonel.
Shoot. Whoops. Okay, actually, we might not have a chance.
But we're fighting old Charles Darwin. Like, we're not fighting in his prime. We're fighting when he was famous, and he was famous when he was old.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He was an explorer. You have to have stamina for that. I think Charles Darwin wins it. I think we let chat decide this one. I honestly don't know.
Okay. Okay.
All right, chat, we're throwing it to you. Where are the believers at? Where are my believers?
He might be our first. It could go either way, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lonely tier currently, but
we beat Charles Darwin. Yes or no? All right, guys, it's in your hands. What's up, Mr. Fett? Better late than never.
Don't worry, there's still much fun in store.
Yes. All right, while they vote, let's recap the board. So far, we think that we can beat 8 historical figures, and we think that we lose to 7. So we have a winning record.
Yes, the losses are catching up, though.
Yes,
and there's some pretty formidable foes coming up.
Don't look,
these
Kat.
ranks.
Don't look. It's 50-50. Oh, no, just broke it. Come on, believers. Come on, believers. 10 more seconds. Come on, believers. Get us there. We can.
Serena has faith.
It's 50-50. And that's 10 seconds. All right. It is going to be the true middle point. Of
All right. Okay, I'll take it. I accept it.
Could go either way, Charles Darwin.
I wouldn't have guessed him. We came into that so confident, and I would not have guessed that we would have gradually realized.
Let me correct you there, champ. You came into it so confident. You, and I quote, said, "What have you done, Charles Darwin?"
Oh my god. Jesus.
Not your finest moment, Kat. Okay. All right. Next up is Hannibal, another one of Rome's great adversaries. He damn near defeated Rome. He was a Carthage general. He was the one with the elephants.
Oh, frick.
Yeah. So if we want to give him an elephant, that means we also get an elephant.
I would probably die by my elephant. I would be killed by that thing before I even knew how to mount it. So
probably, yeah.
Yeah, if he has an elephant, I think we're done. Unless we somehow got lucky and our elephants were better.
If our elephants had evolved better.
Yeah. If we hadn't just almost taken out Charles Darwin, then maybe
Hannibal will eat you and then kill you. Not that Hannibal. Guys, you boned. I'm sorry. I know, Charlie. Hannibal, brilliant general, probably a great warrior. Elephants or no elephants, I don't like our odds at all.
I want to say not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
maybe not
either.
even a slight chance. I think it's straight up not good.
Yeah, we'll put him in there. All right, now for one that I personally am a little bit intimidated about. because this could get tricky. Helen Keller.
Oh.
So here's my argument. Are we also blind and deaf in this fight?
Oh God.
Because if we are, I don't know about you, Kat, but if I was blind and deaf, I'm not winning that fight. That's her existence. She understands that better than anybody in history.
Alice doesn't know who Helen Keller is.
She's blind and deaf, and she managed to do a lot of like really.
Yes.
She accomplished a lot of great achievements despite that. I think she
learned how to
things.
speak. Like she literally beat the odds. Had a great life. Yeah, no, before we get canceled and wiped from the face of the internet forever, I'm gonna say, yeah, if the odds are if we're stacked, similar senses, we would get beat. So we'll give her the dub.
Too. It's literally the epitome of the line that Bane says, like, "You adopted the dark. I was born in it." we would get destroyed.
Oh God. She was American, Alice. Yes, that's probably why.
Right, Helen Keller is, will we say probably? Do you think we could like flounder around into a victory blindly? Just, or you think she tactically eliminates us?
It depends on where we are in her lifespan, because once she met who was her mentor, Annie something. Once Annie came into her life and like taught her all that stuff, she became quite good. But pre-Annie days,
we could take her.
Yeah. But then she was a child, so
I think we give it like her prime when she was at her. So she probably.
I think we maybe still probably die.
I think so too.
Probably.
All right, Helen Keller, you have defeated us. Probably. All right, this next one.
On there. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Could we beat Jesus Christ in a fight?
Yeah.
Shall we pull up his measurables?
Dude was like a pacifist. Right?
But he's bloodlusted in this.
What?
All of these people want to kill us, Kat.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, if he actually wants to.
He wants to kill us. He's 5'5".
Nah. I think we got him.
I guess it's a question of, do you believe he's got the powers of God or do you not? I don't know. I'm agnostic, so I just generally say I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. I think we should leave it up to chat.
Oh my God. Okay.
In what will be the most insane poll you guys have ever voted in.
I just like to disclaim, I did not come up with this list. This is Zach's idea.
Can we beat Jesus Christ in a fight? Hey, if South Park can show combative Jesus, then so can we. All right, we're at 67% no. It's 50-50.
It can maybe go either way.
Both will burn in hell. No, I will. It's my list. Leave Kat out of this. He was a carpenter, so he could have some strength. That's true.
That's true.
All right. 10 more seconds. 57% say no, we cannot beat Jesus Christ.
Okay. I will respect.
He's got an extra life.
Oh my God. Fine. You know what?
All right, Jesus. You got us. Fine.
Oh my God.
It's probably not good, Kat. If I'm being honest, if he wins, it's probably because he snaps and turns us into fish or something.
Yeah, I'll go with. I'll give him that. Sure. You know what? I'm one of the most iconic men in history. I'll give him his glory.
Something we didn't consider. I guess it's already over, but something we didn't consider is if he has godlike powers, wouldn't we also have godlike powers?
Ah, shoot.
There's two of us, so it'd be like two Jesuses versus one Jesus.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even know what to do with my newfound powers, you know?
Same.
He would know. He'd been practicing. We wouldn't know.
Yep. That is a fair point. All right, Joan of Arc.
Oh, okay. First woman where I'm like, okay.
I mean,
No
Helen Keller
offense.
did beat the shit out of
Oh,
us.
true. Oh my god, we are so getting canceled for this. Joan of Arc.
Let's look up her measurables.
Yeah.
Joan of Arc height. She's a saint. Okay, she's 5'2".
All right. Dang, I would have picked her being taller than that. She was a soldier. Alice is correct.
She was a soldier. She did get burned, but
Wait,
not.
frick! I didn't know that.
Yeah, she got burned at the stake.
Ah! Oh shoot!
A witch burn her. I love
Burn
burn the witch. She turned me into a newt. A newt? I got better.
Burn her anyway.
What's heavier than what does he say? Like, what are witches made of? Wood or whatever. And what's heavier than wood? A dog. That movie is gold.
Oh my god, so quotable.
Okay, so she has a full suit of armor. We'll say she has like a sword and a shield.
That means we have full suits of armor though, and I certainly would not be able to walk around in one. I'd just be taking my first few steps and she would like wallop me probably.
Yeah, it would be a matter of do the numbers affect the fight more than her familiarity with the gear. I've never put on a suit of armor before.
Likewise.
I think she takes us out.
Yeah, I gotta give it to her. She knew how to use. Yeah, she knew everything. We would just be getting like
oh wow, this is clunky. Why did they do this? All right, I say we probably die.
Yeah,
I think there's a chance I just like fall down into her and use my bigger size to just knock her down, and then you get in there and just stab her in the eye hole or something.
Oh my god. Yeah. Odds are we could luck into it maybe. But who's this?
This is Livia Drusilla, wife of Augustus. She was one of the most influential and powerful women in Roman history. She had several people killed in order to, keep the power in her family. Probably not a great warrior, but
she was a little badass.
She was a little badass, yes.
I think See, this is the motive portion. She was willing to kill to keep their power and whatnot. Pretty sure she even had like family members assassinated, correct? I could be wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, so she didn't care. So she was living in a much more high stakes time. Keep the throne, keep the power. So that's what she's fighting for. So her motives could impede us a little bit.
Let's look up her measurables.
Yeah. To the drawing board.
This is definitely like the tiebreaker of our decisions. Like if we're not sure about someone, we go to the board and we look up her measurables. She was 88 when she died. Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. That's freaking like the equivalent of someone living to like 120 these days, I feel like.
Livia Drusilla height. She was, it doesn't say really. It says she's, no, it doesn't say. Nobody knows.
She was so elusive. Okay, I don't know if it would be an all-out curb stomp. I feel like we have chances, but she could put up a fight. It could maybe go either way, I'm telling you. If she's willing to kill family, she could come for us.
Do you want to give it to Chad, or do you want to just agree it could go either way?
If you're in agreement, if you agree, it could go either way.
Maybe maybe she's just insane, and like we just couldn't contend with her insanity, and she just.
I'd be scared.
I would be a little. If she has her family killed, that's. I'm agree. Okay, could go either way. She can join Charles. I've done nothing in my life, Darwin.
Oh my god.
All right.
God.
Next up is Mansa Musa, one of the richest men of all time, perhaps ever. He was an African king, and he was disgustingly rich. I don't know about his military service. Let's look it up. He was a king. I just know that he was a king. He was very, very rich. I don't think he fought at all. I'm pretty sure he was just a very rich king.
Yeah, I have a feeling if you're just having everybody else do the dirty work for you, if he was very rich, he probably had bodyguards, meaning he didn't have to lift a finger, maybe.
That's true.
So
he actually, a funny story about him is he would spend so much money wherever he went that when he went to visit, I believe it was Egypt, he basically like inflated the living shit out of their economy and caused like a bunch of crap to happen in Egypt because he just put so much gold into the economy that they didn't even know what to do.
Oh my God. Okay.
But that's not going to help him in a fight with us.
Yeah, he'd probably try to pay us off, but...
And it might work.
Listen.
If he's like, here's like 200 pounds of gold, I was like, all right, man, I'm not going to kill you.
We'll call it a draw.
The
Midas touch says
he's going and could go either way based off of what he offers us, based off of his offer. Give away so much gold, he crippled economies. Yep.
Dang.
He did, yeah. Chat, you guys know your history. I'm impressed. All right.
Who is
Next up is Marie Curie. She
is
a chemist. Brilliant chemist. So she could use chemical weapons on us.
I was going to say potions.
If she uses potions, I think we're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't even take chemistry.
I didn't retain anything from it, so we're basically on the same playing field.
I've watched Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad. I don't know how much that helps.
Does that count? Yeah, no, I don't think. Yeah, okay, yeah, if that's our weaponry, chemicals, I don't think we survive.
Charlie says no. Wait. I don't know, Charlie. I think that if she's in a lab, if this battle takes place in a lab, which I think it should, because we're trying to do a level playing field here, she cooks up something and we die. She throws it at us and we die.
Right? Alice, you have a point. You don't need chemistry. Just put some of this and some of that together. Poof, LOL. But how do we know? I would put something together and it would explode in my face and I would eliminate myself inadvertently.
Acid all over.
Yeah. She wouldn't even have to do anything. She'd just watch us flounder.
Yeah, then Darwin would get the last laugh. Survival of the fittest. You'd be up there laughing.
Oh my God.
All right, so we're going to put her in... Do you think not good, or we probably die?
I'd say probably.
All right.
Probably.
All right, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Listen, he's got gusto.
He does, and he's played by Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes. I know the immediate thing would be like, well, he was short, but
he's like 5'6", right?
That was his inspo. He was 5'6", and he has
5'6". I thought he was either 5'6" or 5'9".
And he was 5'9", and people made fun of him.
Looks like he's 5'6".
Yeah, so he had that complex, you know? I think this is another motivational one where I think his motivation outweighs.
Napoleon wins. You could win. Napoleon wins. Like, I don't know how good of a fighter he was. He was a brilliant tactician. I'm not disputing that, but he would have a sword and like a rudimentary gun. Basically Revolutionary War era guns. So would we. There's two of us. I think there's a chance we win. I think we give it to chat. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm curious to see if the people have any faith in us.
They usually don't. All right. Can we beat Napoleon? All right, guys. Time for you to decide. Let's take a look at the board, though. Things have taken a turn for the worse lately.
I think our egos have worn off because we came in out of the gate. We were like, we can do it. We can do it. But I think now we've become a little bit more analytical.
Who's the most impressive person that we've defeated, or at least think that we could defeat?
Probably Augustus, maybe.
Yeah, Augustus or Abe.
Yeah.
And that's not that impressive.
It's something.
I just don't. I don't know. We're not warriors. We're YouTubers. Okay, this is bad, Cat. 86% say no.
Are y'all serious?
They don't believe in us.
Friggin' fine, you non-believers. Dang it. Well, I don't know if we would get obliterated. I think,
they think we would get obliterated. They were the tiebreakers, so I guess we do get obliterated.
It's really going in, oh no, not good. Ugh.
The doubters are out in full force.
My goodness.
All right. Otto von Bismarck.
I'm going to be completely honest. Don't actually fully know who that is.
Well, he was 6'4", so let's start with that.
Okay. Scared. Okay.
He reunified Germany, basically. He's pretty good at everything. Great politician, great like military mind. I think he was a good soldier. He got into a lot of wars and he won, I think, pretty much all of them. He defeated Denmark, defeated Austria. He fought France and he defeated Napoleon III, I believe. Like beat the crap out of France. So I think we lose, Cat. I think we lose.
If he's out here defeating full-blown countries, I don't think we can take it.
If he's German, you're dead. They're pretty scary. Yeah. Yeah, him. Okay, he'd win. I think German. But yeah. Okay, so we're going to put him in not good.
Yes, I don't have much confidence about that.
All right. Now we got Queen
Victoria. Yeah, we can take her.
We can. What has she really done? She's not a soldier. What are her measurables in case she's like 6'6"?
I do think she was a little. She wasn't like super.
She's 5 feet tall.
She was? Okay, never mind. Yeah, in that case, I think we could take her.
Yeah.
We could take her.
We curb stomp. Probably behind. Probably. No. It would be over here. Probably like right there.
Yeah, near little King Tut.
Yeah. Sorry, King Tut. It's not our fault you're 12.
Oh my god.
All right, William Shakespeare. We're getting down to it, folks. Last 4.
William
Shakespeare. Let's see if we can find his measurables. Isn't there some conflicting beliefs on whether or not he was a real person?
Oh, you're right. So we could be fighting a myth. I believe that is a conspiracy. Potentially.
I mean, there's a picture of him. So
right. Okay. There's so many portraits.
So I'm seeing he was. Oh wait. How tall is William Shakespeare? This says 6'4", but other things say 5'7". So I'm seeing more that say he was 5'7", though.
All right. He was hanging out in a time where I feel like duels and bar fights were way more common. Like I feel like you had to know your way around were there guns? No. He probably had
very, very early guns, I believe.
Right.
Maybe. When did he live? Was it like the 1400s?
I don't know. I should.
Oh no, he lived he died in 1616. So there were guns. There were very early guns around during his time.
Yeah. I think he would turn it very theatrical, and it might be a little bit of a distraction. My inclination is to say we would maybe break a sweat, but I'm confident.
We haven't put anyone in there in a long time.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll put him there.
Nice.
All right. Next up, Winston Churchill, not William. Winston Churchill. Sorry to all you British people out
We
there.
can take him.
He's
we can
old.
so take him.
He's fat. He's a smoker and a heavy drinker, I believe.
All of the above. Think he had a walking stick at the end of his life?
He's got it right there, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be, he could bludgeon us with that.
Actually,
But
shoot.
he would have like a machine gun. He would have access to a machine gun. They did have machine guns at the time.
True.
So, but we also would have 2 machine guns.
Yeah, I feel okay.
I break a sweat.
Yeah.
We'll put him after Abe.
Yeah.
All right, Sun Tzu, renowned Chinese general and author of The Art of War. This man understands warfare on a level that most people do not. I don't know if he was personally a great fighter, but he certainly knows a lot about fighting.
Yeah. I mean, my gut is saying if he wrote The Art of War, he would know a thing or two.
That is a good point you made, Kat.
I have never written anything on that level, so yeah, he would have tactics on his side probably, even if he. I don't know. What is your gut saying?
My gut says let's look at his measurables.
Oh my god. Do we have that advantage?
He's 5'7". At least this is from what's Deadliest Warrior Wiki. The hell is Deadliest Warrior? Is that an anime or something? No, it's a show. Deadliest Warrior says he's 5'7", but I don't see any actual.
If he's
sources
in the database of a website called Deadliest Warriors, and I just feel like
and we're fighting him,
so maybe a sign. If he made it into those archives.
Maybe the universe is telling us something.
Oh, yeah. Is it an absolute all-out shelling? Maybe not, but
it would be swords and spears. He'd win, I'm sure. He was a tactical genius and warrior.
Okay. Okay, guys.
We get it, chat. You don't have faith in us. You think a strong gust of wind would defeat us. All right, we'll put him in not good.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and last but not least, George Washington, the lead general of the Revolutionary War when we won our independence from Britain, and the first president of the United States.
Shoot, this is bad because when I was just previewing the image from my angle, I thought it was Thomas Jefferson, and I was like, oh, please, George Washington though
changes things.
He would take out his dentures and throw them at us.
Just wait for him to have a toothache. All right, his measurables: he was 6'2". He has a strong military career. He would have guns and a sword, maybe.
Cannons, maybe? Were they using cannons?
They do have cannons, so
in the Revolutionary War.
But could we man a cannon better than George Washington could man a cannon by himself? That's the question. Could we figure it out in the time that takes him to do it alone?
Maybe. I don't know.
Do we leave it to chat one last time?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Why not?
All right,
let's send it out.
Believers, we need you.
Come on, y'all.
George Washington. Come on, believers. Poll is up. Take us home, believers.
Come on.
Come on, believers. Oh, that's not good.
No,
that's
y'all.
Not good. Come on, believers. Don't do us like that. We're getting only 25% of the vote.
Are you guys serious? Okay, respect for the nation's first president. Biased.
This is rigged.
God dang it! What are the standings?
Alice is seemingly the only person.
No,
and that's why you're our queen, Alice. Alice is queen of the believers.
I love how realistic you guys are. Zach and I are over here like, are you kidding?
We could kill the most famous general in American history.
Listen, we stack it. If odds, we all have the same weapons, same defense mechanisms, same armor.
Apple trees. This Christ.
Right.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like we're winning this one, Kat. George Washington destroys us.
Fine.
And I guess we'll put him in oh not good. And so the final results, we would curb stomp King Tut, Queen Victoria, Cleopatra, Albert Einstein, Jane Austen, and Aristotle. We would break a light sweat but win versus Augustus, Abraham Lincoln, Winston Churchill, William Shakespeare, and Catherine the Great. It could go either way with Livia, Charles Darwin, and Mansa Musa. And we probably die to Julius Caesar, Blackbeard, Alexander the Great, Helen Keller, Joan of Arc, Marie Curie, and Rasputin. And we absolutely die to Attila the Hun, Genghis Khan, Sun Tzu, Hannibal, Otto von Bismarck, Napoleon, George Washington, Shaka Zulu, and Jesus Christ.
I forgot about it.
So that's a total of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins, 3 maybes, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 losses. So we go 11, 16, and 3. Not great.
Well, hey, for as confident as we were, I think this is an accurate representation. No, it changes things because I feel like this was harder. These were harder decisions to make when it was you, me, and Alex. Having a third person in the octagon with us might have changed a lot of our fates here.
Alex is, I think, more confident, but also there would be 3 of us as opposed to just to 2. And
right?
it'd be 3 on 1.
2 of us could have died in sacrifice. By that point, I think that changes things. But you know what? I feel confident. I'm shocked by how much height advantage we had on a lot of these people.
I know. I feel like they were either 5'3" or 6'4", and there's never any middle ground.
There was no in between. They were either proper height for their time period, or they were like historical anomalies, and they were like 6 foot in the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Well,
goodness. The Romans did invent the triumvirate, did they not? They did indeed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we were pretty fair. In general. I'm a little miffed that chat does not believe in us. We didn't really beat a respectable warrior at all.
I know there were a lot of these where y'all humbled me real quick. I thought we had a fighting chance, but guess not.
Imagine getting an ass kicking from Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Frankly, there's some big surprises. The biggest surprise, I think, is Mary
Helen
Curie.
Keller.
Yeah.
Alex is gonna watch this and he's gonna be like, "You lost to a blind and deaf woman."
Listen, we gave her even odds, okay?
We are honorable.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, everybody. Well, that's pretty much all we've got for you today because we can't say the SW word.
Or talk about anything, film and television.
Or talk about
frankly.
anything, at all. So,
but this was fun, and I actually learned a lot.
Yeah, this became an educational podcast.
Right.
I guess if you guys would like a part 2, there are so many historical figures that we did not do. We could do a part 2. If you want us to do something else, I don't know what we would do, but there's definitely non-movie and television franchise things that we could do. Comment below. But I had a blast. That was really fun.
It was a good time.
And we'll see you on the next one, folks.
Bye, all you non-believers.
Yeah, see you, doubters. Thank you to those of you who believed in us. You were the real ones. And we will see you guys next time.